Hello Internet, I'm Woolfio and I'm here with a fun build guide. And before I move on, let me just say that I am new at making videos and this video is more of a practice for me. So I would appreciate if you leave a comment and tell me what you like or dislike about this video. A short story why I made this build. As I was playing on my old laptop, I was always having trouble with my game FPS. Many skills would cause severe FPS drop and I was unable to enjoy certain builds, mostly lighting skills. Also, I do enjoy damage over time mechanics a lot, and Essence Drain plus Contagion seemed like a perfect skills for me. But the problem was that Contagion was causing a huge FPS drop and you couldn't really play Essence Drain without Contagion. Ascendancy expansion changed many things and introduced new ways to make builds. Along with that, they introduced new unique one called Obliteration. It has one specific mod which is the same from Occultist Ascendancy class, and that is enemies you kill have 20% chance to explode, dealing quarter of their maximum life as chaos damage. Now if you get 2 of these and take Occultist class, you get pretty interesting results. And this allowed me to play Essence Drain on my slow laptop without having terrible FPS. Because when an enemy pack explodes, it does one short FPS drop and not constant FPS drop. Great. This build works similarly like Abyssal Cry, except you don't have 10-second cooldown on the skill. And while you could use these ones of other skills, but that explosion is chaos damage and you want skill that scales with chaos damage. My current links are Essence Drain, Controlled Destruction, Void Manipulation, and Rapid Decay. Those are standard Essence Drain links. If you get 5 link armor, you can use lesser multiple projectile for more coverage, because you have only 60% chance to explode monsters on death. That means you won't always trigger it with one cast, so hitting more enemies helps with clear speed. Alternatively, you might want to use a Pierce instead of LMP for bosses, or just use it for regular runs. Pierce always has 50% chance to pierce enemies and has more projectile damage, which affects Essence Drain damage over time as well. Passive skill tree is rather simple, just focus on path that has life, energy shield, chaos damage, increased radius of area skill, then damage over time, spell damage, nodes. My passive tree isn't very well optimized, and with better gears it is easy to get over 6k effective life. I am using Discipline Aura and Enfeeble Course linked to Blasphemy. Also have Wither's Totem for harder monster and bosses. Another trick I find useful is to use low level cast and damage they can link with low level Contagion. It is not for damage purpose, but for auto applying Contagion on enemies. Getting stunned is a rather usual thing. This way it is easier to spread Essence Drain, which gives more chance to explode enemies with just one cast of Essence Drain. I am also using regular Contagion for damage, linked with Void Manipulation and Controlled Destruction, because I only had 3 sockets available, but you can add Rapid Decay. As for Ascendancy points, you might take Void Beacon first, because having minus 20% chaos resistance on nearby enemy is more useful than just having 20% chance to explode enemies on death. At Cruel, take Profane Bloom and equip dual Obliteration once. As for Merciless Ascendancy points, take whatever you like. I picked Wicked Ward for increased ES, but you can take Malediction for +1 curse. Oh, and I don't use golems, because it dies easily and often messes up chain explosion by splitting it, monster packs, but it is up to you. And that's pretty much it. If you liked this video, hit that like, and if you disliked it, hit that dislike button or post a comment. Your criticism is welcome and it will help me improve, except for my accent, which I like as it is. I will leave you with my attempt doing double dominus map. Okay, dual dominus. Here goes nothing.
Die! Die! Die!
Damn.
Die in awe! Die in awe! The light of divinity! Nightmare prevails! The touch of God!
Oops.
Die in awe!
Nice. I'm such a noob.
Nightmare prevails! Die! Nightmare prevails! Die in awe! Shrink not from God!
Where is he? He was hiding.
Shrink not from God! The touch of God!
Shit.
Die! The touch of God!
Shit.
Die! The light of divinity! Nightmare prevails!
Finally. And that is why I don't play hardcore. Because I'm noob.